Previously on Trauma Bonds. And just like that, everything changed. The way I imagined love, the way I believed love was supposed to feel, the way I dreamed about it, the way I daydreamed about it. Those images were suddenly shattered. One night, I stood outside Mama's bedroom door. She didn't know I was there. I could hear her crying, the kind of crying that makes a house feel heavy and quiet at the same time. And I stood there for what felt like hours, wondering, where is my daddy? Why wasn't he there? Wondering why he didn't protect her from whatever was hurting her. In my mind, that's what love was supposed to do. That's what a husband is supposed to do. But what I didn't understand back then was the protection that Mama needed was from Daddy.
Healing hearts through trauma bonds. Shadows walking next to me. Stories written in my scars. Love and pain, they intertwine. Healing hearts through trauma bonds.
After standing outside Mommy's door and listening to her cry for what seemed like hours, something inside me changed. I didn't have the words back then, but I remember becoming more aware, more observant of everything around me. I started paying attention to the little things, like the quiet in the house. It felt different. The laughter that used to fill the rooms wasn't there anymore. Even the air felt heavy, like something had settled over our home. It was almost like a dark cloud had drifted in and parked itself right above our sunshine, blocking the happiness and joy that I was used to feeling. Mommy still moved around the house like everything was okay, but I can see it in her eyes. The sparkle that once lived there had grown dim. And even though I was a child, standing quietly in that hallway, I can feel it. Something in our home had changed, and I knew life wasn't going to feel the same anymore. I remember a time that I was sitting on the floor playing with baby brother. He was laughing like he always did. He was always so full of joy. I remember trying to make him laugh harder, so I jokingly said, "Daddy coming." It was just a game to me. But the moment the words left my mouth, Mommy's reaction caught me off guard. She didn't laugh. Instead, her face changed. For a split second, she looked frightened. And then that fear quickly turned into frustration. She began yelling at me, telling me not to play like that. Her voice was sharp, like the words had cut deeper than I understood. I remember feeling confused. I didn't understand why something so small made her react that way. But looking back now, I realized something important. The answer to my confusion was already on its way, and it was coming fast. And then it happened. My worst nightmare came true. Daddy hit Mama. It's funny how the mind works, or maybe it's the heart. Because of all the memories a person could forget, some moments stay with you like it just happened yesterday. I can still remember that day. I was sitting at the dining room table eating dinner. Music was playing, filling the house like it always does. Mommy and Daddy were in the other room, and from where I sat, I thought they were having a good time, laughing, talking, enjoying each other's company. But then I saw it. He hit her. And in that moment, something inside me shattered. Everything that I thought I understood about love was now gone. Daddy sat me down and tried to explain to me what happened. I know he saw the disappointment in my face. I was too young to explain what I was feeling, but it was written all over me. His anger faded, and he sat down like he wanted to talk, like he wanted to try to fix it. But I also remember seeing something in his eyes too. Disappointment. I didn't know if he was disappointed because I had seen him hit Mama or because something inside of me had just broken. Daddy was the first man I had ever seen hurt a woman, but he wouldn't be the last. And in that moment, even without even realizing it, I had formed a bond with my mother's trauma. My heart broke for her. Daddy said men aren't supposed to hit women, but Why was I supposed to believe that when he was showing me different? After that day, I never saw Daddy hit Mama again. Not long after that, we left. I think that moment was the straw that finally broke the camel's back. For months, Daddy was gone from our lives, but something strange happened after that. Even though we had left him, the abuse didn't seem to disappear. In some ways, it felt like it got louder. Suddenly, I started noticing things. Noticing the same control, the same pain, and other relationships around us. Men in our family, people we knew, stories whispered behind closed doors. It was like the secret was out. Like my eyes had been opened to a world that has always been there. I just hadn't seen it yet. And from that moment on, I realized something that would stay with me for years. My father may have been the first man I ever saw hurt a woman, but he would not be the last.
Healing hearts through trauma bond.